What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Progressive Action TV. I am your host, Tramel Thompson. I am also the new Vice President elect of TWU, Local 100, in the RTO division. For those who don't know, the RTO division consists of trains, subways. So you will be hearing a lot from me regarding issues in those areas, and you will be seeing a lot of my actions regarding issues in those areas. With that being said, I would like to talk about the horrible crime that took place at the Coney Island Stillwell station, where a woman by the name of Amelia Carter was set ablaze by a migrant on a train. I mean, the video was heartbreaking to watch. We're going to go through a couple of the videos just to see what was going on. Some exclusive videos also. And there's a lot of dropping the ball when it comes to safety inside New York City Transit. And I've said this time and time again. If the workers are not safe, then how can the riders be safe? If the MTA is having a hard time protecting a workforce, which only consists of like 8,000 people in the subways, 8,000 workers in the subways, as far as the trains are concerned, how can they protect the millions of riders on the subways? I don't care if they homeless. I don't care if they got their life together, going to and from work, doing whatever. How can they protect you guys if they cannot protect us? Right? And this time, like I said, let me pull up the picture. This is the woman who was killed, 29 years old. We don't know why she was homeless. We don't know why she was riding the trains. But one thing that we do know is that she deserved to live. Now, prior to um, the fire taking place, the horrible crime, the homicide taking place, this was the video that the migrant made, and I want you guys to check it out.
Ya bien, amiga, loco. Yo, la pregunta es de que yo tomo mi cerveza y yo vivo lo que yo soy mientras que no molesto a nadie, no molesto a nadie. ¿Por qué la puta gente tiene problemas conmigo? Ese es el problema. No vale verga.
This guy going around there say, he drinks as bad as he please, and he feels like that because everyone knows on the subways the police presence is null and void. As workers, it's hard to get in contact with the police. The MTA asks us to do this thing called signal and route where we hit the horn. It's a long, short, long, short. And basically, to remember it easily is help me, right? When we do that as workers, you will probably hit lotto before you get an NYPD officer to your train. For this migrant to make a video, say he drink his beer as he please, that speaks to the level of security inside the subways. Now, for those who don't know, where this woman was brutally murdered is the home of District 34 Police Station. It's literally right in that station. Right in that station. But for some strange reason, homicides take place at that station, shootings take place in that district. And what I would like to know is that what's going on with NYPD inside District 34? There's an obvious problem. Now I want to show you guys this picture. This picture is a still from a video, the train video. Because like I said, every train has cameras now. For those who don't know, every train car has cameras, right? So this is him watching the fire go down that he set. Now I'm quite sure the NYPD know that he set this fire because the train cameras caught it. Now he set this fire and he was there fanning the flames. NYPD was there and they did nothing to help this woman. You see, if you look at the video, I'm not gonna play that video because it's too graphic. I got other videos for you guys to see. But the NYPD officer walked past a couple of times with his thumb in his ass. Let me just call it what it is. And I, I'm confused about this whole incident. But the migrant was caught, and I want to show you guys video of the migrant being caught.
Guys, step out, step out. Hold on. No, he's not fucking going for it. Come on, he's not going for it. Stop.
As you can see, they pounced on him, rightfully so. Rightfully so. Jumped on him, arrested him. And hopefully the justice system will hold them accountable. As you can see, Guatemalan migrant arrested for setting sleeping New York City subway rider on fire, watching her burn to death, cops say, right? I mean, NYPD watched her burn to death too. In fact, in this picture, you could see the NYPD officer walking by as she's on fire. Now, there's a lot of safety issues in the subway. One is the police presence. It's the strategy of how they are deployed in the system. For years, I've been reporting on NYPD officers sleeping in our crew rooms, and the higher ups of the NYPD supporting this behavior, saying, they was on breaks and things of that nature because, NYPD want this blue code, blue wall of silence, whatever they call it. So they protect each other. And guess what? As a result of these things, no one is safe. And I'm not saying that every police officer does this, but when you have one police officer who does this, it puts thousands of people in danger because seeing that NYPD uniform will deter crimes for the most part, right? So when you have police officers sleeping in MTA facilities, disappearing, saying they on lunch when they really taking hour and a half, 2 hour breaks for lunch, it put everyone at danger, and these things are never addressed. NYPD never addresses it. They make excuses for it. Another thing is that when you talk about the deployment of the police, right? And I want to go into, before I get into that, I just want to bring you guys up to speed of another serious crime that happened within Transit District 34. And this was 2 people shot on the elevated subway platform within the same police district. Not only that, back in October, on October 30th, a 54-year-old man was fatally stabbed at the Coney Island Stillwell Avenue station. This is the same station where the migrant set that young woman on fire. There's a serious deployment issue within NYPD. There's a serious safety issue that NYPD is failing to address. But with me being the vice president of RTO now, we are going to address these issues and we're going to keep you guys um, abreast and be transparent as far as what they're saying and what's really going on and what's really happening, right? Because when you look at the terminals, a lot of crime, a lot of assaults happen in terminals. You know, EDPs don't want to get off the trains, homeless don't want to get off the trains. You have migrants who, no lie, you can see the bottles of alcohol and beer around them. They riding up and down the lines without any type of enforcement, no type of enforcement going down, right? And then as a result, when you keep having this anarchy, the police officers not doing their jobs, you get results like this because this could have been avoided. This migrant felt comfortable enough to say, I drink my beer, I leave people alone, and nobody bothers me. Simple as that. Because he feel comfortable enough to do that. Now, what needs to happen is that there needs to be a 24/7 police presence at every terminal, right? Well, there's in Coney Island Stairwell, you have Transit District 34. There's a 24-hour police presence, but they not there. They're at the turnstiles. And even when they at the turnstiles, they letting people through the turnstiles for free for the most part. This is a fact, right? Um, but there needs to be 24/7 police on every terminal platform in New York City. And the only way that they can be relieved is through a face-to-face relief. Like there's no going to the precinct, waiting for the next set of officers to come out to replace them. No, there needs to be a face-to-face relief, which means that those officers at those terminals do not leave until they are relieved, right? No more situations where there's not a 24/7 police presence on the terminals. There also needs to be a 24/7 police presence at the gas stations. The transit workers know what the gas stations are. For those who don't know what the gas stations are, they are basically at every transfer point in the city. And these police officers need to be at either the conductor position or the train operator position. I would prefer the conductor position. And they also need to be face to face relief, right? There needs to be a level of accountability. There needs to be a level of safety inside New York City Transit. Also, with the governor, when it comes to the mental ill, there's not enough beds in New York City, New York State, to um, address the mental health issues inside of our subway system. There's just not enough, right? And to let you guys know, when the MTA president coming down to the system, when the MTA chairman come down to the system, when the governor comes down to the system, everything is cleaned up for them before they come. They never get to see those homeless people. They never get to see how dirty the stations are. They never get to smell the stench of some of these stations. So, as vice president elect of RTO, I challenge the governor to come down to the subway system with me unannounced. I challenge the MTA president, Demetrius Critchlow, to come down to the subways with me unannounced that night. I challenge MTA chairman Jan Oliba to come down to the system with me unannounced that night so we could see what's really going on in the system because you guys don't know. And no, I take that back. You guys know, but you know if you have to address it, it's going to affect service. You know that. And when it comes down to the MTA, it is service over safety. No matter, they can say whatever they want to say about safety being paramount, safety being first. No, in practice, it's service over safety. Whether it's cleaning up um, biological waste at terminals, whether it's holding up trains because a homeless individual or a drunk or an antisocial person is on the train, they would rather Hey, instead of getting them out the system, hey, just go on this train. This train is the next one to leave because this train has to leave right now, or this train has to go to wherever, whatever the case is. They prioritize service over safety. And we are seeing the effects of when that happened. The MTA, they have the ability to make sure NYPD do their job. But if they make sure NYPD do their job, service is going to be affected. If the MTA made sure that the cleaners at the terminals put on a Tyvek suit and fully clean these trains when biological waste, such as urine, feces, vomit, blood, those trains should be taken out of service immediately. What they do is they rush the cleaners to clean it up to get it out as soon as possible because that train must make its interval, right? That's all the MTA care about when it comes to subways is the service. Safety is not a priority to them. Do they care about safety? I believe they care about safety until it affects service. It is simple as that. And going back to the governor with deploying National Guard into the subways, if the governor was really serious about this, and let's just say, oh, NYPD, we can't have this on the terminal. So why not have the National Guard do these jobs? Why not have a collaboration between the National Guard, MTA police, and New York City subway police? There's a whole bunch of things that the MTA and the governor could do to really make us feel safe, but they're not doing it. And they have no intentions to do it at all. They have absolutely no intentions to do it. And what we're seeing once again is the residual effect of this. Now, I during my term as vice president, safety will be number one for me. And not only of the workers that I represent, but also of the riders, because we are one of the same in the system. We are one of the same. And if the MTA is not going to take safety serious, there's going to be repercussions. There's going to be rallies. There's going to be protests. There's going to be organizing and mobilizing between the workers and the riders the first time ever, right? The first time ever. There are more of us than them. And the change is coming. The change is here. The workers in the MTA and subways elected for change, serious change, not status quo, not go along to get along, not smoke screen and mirrors, but real change in our subways. I'm looking forward to sitting down with the MTA to address these serious issues. I'm looking forward for sitting down with the governor to address these serious issues. I'm looking forward for sitting down with NYPD to address these serious issues. My team and I, right? We are on the same page when it comes to safety, which is great, and we understand how um safety is number one. Without safety, we have no system. It is simple as that. Without safety, we have absolutely no system. I'm looking forward to sitting down with these different entities and trying to prevent this from happening again. I want you guys to remember this. I want you guys to remember. I want you guys to absorb what I'm about to say right now. If the MTA cannot protect their workers, how can they protect the riders? I see you guys soon. Peace.